So I brought the Mod Podge over. You can find that in any cross stitch store.
Yeah,
Mini. Do 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 do. And that concludes my fully finished projects.
Hi there, welcome to the Notorious Needle. I'm Sarah.
I'm Bridget.
And this is a channel about cross stitch. No hate allowed.
Don't need it.
For those of you who are new, we do floss tubes like this one where we talk about all the cross stitchy stuff and projects that we're working on, and we also do tutorials. And for those of you who are not new, thanks for coming back.
Happy to see you. in a sense, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not seeing you.
Because we can't see anything at this point.
So the first order of business, on the last floss tube, I just want to thank everyone who left all those lovely comments. That was fun.
They were fun to read.
Yeah, I need this. Thank you so much for, yeah, they were fun to read. And it helps the channel. I don't know if you know that. Every time you make a comment, it gives us a little boost. So
yep,
that's
because
cool.
YouTube says, hey, somebody's watching.
Hey, people actually like this shit.
Why wouldn't they?
You never know.
True.
I would also like to say, sadly, the winner of the shiny threads from the last video's giveaway never responded. So I am sorry, but we're going to have to pick a new winner.
Pick me. I'll respond, I promise.
I mean, I'll just share my threads with you.
Oh, okay.
By the way, that's my mom.
Okay.
If you didn't know.
Oh.
So we ran it through the random YouTube comment picker, and congratulations to Laura T. So Laura, I will comment on your comment to let you know that you are the new winner of 5, you'll get the new ones, but 5 DMC Diamond
Fabulous.
Sparkle, sparkle. And so please email me at Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, at notoriousneedle.com and let me know where to send your threads.
Right.
And I'll just get those in the mail lickety-split.
And what happens if that person doesn't respond? Do I get them then?
I guess. No, Mom.
Wow, you're tough.
I'll buy you your own.
I'm just kidding.
And so this was a giveaway because I already had 5 threads, and I went and got the whole Diamond pack because I'm obsessed. And I love the shiny threads. And so the duplicates from the new pack are the ones you'll be getting. So that's D140, D415, that's this pretty silver. This is D140, pretty. It's like an antique gold. D317, which is like this purplish gray. D3821, which is straw. And D3852, which is like medium straw. But really it's
very gold.
Yeah. So it's like Rumpelstiltskin took some straw and spun it into gold.
It's beautiful.
All right, so that's the shiny thread. So thank you again, everyone who participated.
But nobody wanted the tool.
Nobody wanted the tool, the glittery tool. That's okay. We'll donate it to a thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the thrift store will. Because the glitter is coming off of that stuff.
It is just a nightmare, yeah.
It's pretty.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you have to go back and watch the previous Flosstube.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty. That shit's everywhere. Like it's
still everywhere.
I mean, I vacuumed and stuff, but
yeah, no,
whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so the next thing. So let's start with the actual cross stitch stuff, shall we? So new finishes. Bridget, do you have some new finishes?
I do. I have been a busy little girl.
Good, because I don't have any finish. No, that's not true. I have one finish, but I'll show you later.
You have one finish? Okay. So from the last Flosstube, you may remember that I had finally finished, or I was working on, I don't remember if I was working on it. Mom, if Dad's watching, turn his head.
Right.
Or actually, I'll be giving him this before this comes out.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the one I finished for my dad. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a porthole in his bathroom. I don't really know. But he was in the Navy. He's really into ships, and I think the colors are amazing. And then I found this orange hoop on Amazon and had to buy it because it matched. And I was like, that's cool. So that was an easy finish. Pop it in the hoop, a little freight check around the sides, done. And that's going to my dad. And let's see, I have another finish. Oh, remember this one? I couldn't decide what I was going to do around the outside.
Oh, yeah.
So I just threw a couple of easy little snowflakes around the outside, and that one's done.
So I don't know if you can see up close, but that's back stitch and long stitch.
Yeah. But they're easy. If you just have something you have to fill a space in, there you go.
Yeah.
It's just a long cross with a little short cross, a little short X inside of it. Super simple.
Yeah, I think there's a specific name for that stitch.
I'm sure there's a name for everything.
Yeah. I'll look it up.
I don't know. I'm not a professional.
I'm not either, but it's fun.
And then I had another one of these little guys. So I grabbed a cute little small reindeer pattern and decided to throw that one in there. And these are probably going to go to relatives for their ornaments on the tree or whatever. I mean, they make a cute little stocking stuffer.
They are cute.
And
where did you get the little green hoops?
Oh, that was
3-inch hoops.
That was a Facebook Marketplace find.
Oh,
that I talked about in the
nice.
last tube. I found 12 green hoops, and they came. Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. 6 green and 6 red, and they came with the red Aida cloth. And I found it on Facebook Marketplace that somebody was selling 12 of the little 3-inch hoops with the Aida cloth. So instant ornaments.
Yeah, just about. I mean,
I know.
These are quick little stitches. Oh,
they are.
Did you want to show
I
the
do.
book?
I want to show the book that I got
Cute.
this from, because we've mentioned it a couple of times, so I thought I'd mention it again. This is Donna Cooler's 555 Cross Stitch Designs, and she has got a ton of small designs in here for stuff just like that. So it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you can see like 30. I don't know how many that is
on the front cover.
There's like
yeah.
a bajillion.
Now she doesn't have a lot of pictures of the finished ones in there, so I can't really open it up and show you because what she has in there is mostly all patterns.
Oh,
so if I
yeah.
open it up, all you're going to see, is all the patterns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about like the first couple of pages?
Yeah. Well, I'll show you my.
Oh, here we go.
Like
here's
that
a
Santa
finish.
sampler. That's one. But you see, you could take any of these little guys here and make them into an individual, and then she has tons more of just small patterns.
Yeah, all 555.
I know, and I don't get any kickback from her or anything like that. I don't
No.
even know her personally.
Well, I'll put the link down below. That will be an Amazon link. I'll get
yeah, I'm pretty sure
if you make a
that
purchase,
this
I
is
get a small
still
commission.
this is still available on Amazon.
I found it from the last one.
Yeah, and I mean, I make a lot of patterns on
We've
this
been
book.
stitching from that book for years.
We have.
Yeah.
We have.
Mhm.
I really like it because I like all the little Santas anyway.
It's cute.
Let's see. So here's something a little different. This one is called Just One More Page, and it's from a free pattern, and it's from Night Spirit Studio, nightspiritstudio.com. And so this one, what I did was I found this weird little thing at this little cardboard thing at the dollar store. Because it's hard to find, a frame. And I didn't really want a frame. I wanted something, it kind of looks like a book.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like the side of a book. And I liked it. It kind of caught my eye, and I said, okay, I'm going to try this out. And I put this on with Mod Podge. And then when that dried, I put another layer of triple thick over it. So this is waterproof, pretty much. Well, the cardboard's not.
Yeah.
But the stitching.
The fabric could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Waterproof.
Yeah, and so that's that was another little way of
So what
finishing
is
it.
Mod Podge?
I'll show you. So here, you want to hold that?
I will.
So I brought the Mod Podge over. You can find that in any cross stitch store, and you can find it on Amazon. And that you can use as a base coat. You can use it also as a top coat. It's good for decoupage. I've made so much stuff with Mod Podge.
So this says matte. Do they have shiny fit?
They do.
Shiny finish? Okay, so
They
this
have-
is a matte finish.
They have probably 8 different kinds.
Oh wow, really?
And then on top of that, I put the triple thick. And I prefer the triple thick because it's a very thick, glossy finish.
But triple thick what? Brilliant brush on gloss glaze. So this one was matte and then this one's glossy.
Right.
Okay.
I could have just bought the Mod Podge glossy, and maybe I'll do that next time and save myself an extra step. But I think you really need 2 coats anyway. So regardless of how you do it, do what you like. looks good for you. But I like 2 coats, and I don't know if you can see, but it really makes it shiny.
Yeah, yeah, you can see a little bit of the reflection there.
And so this is just gonna I'm gonna find a spot to put it up, but the easy thing is, I mean, you could stick a push pin in the wall and just hang it on the push pin.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to get fancy.
It's a really cute little pattern.
Yeah, and it's an easy finish. But wait, there's more.
Ooh. Somebody's been a busy little bee.
I have been. I started finishing up a lot of the stuff that's been sitting around. This one, though, I just made.
That one's cute.
So this is Yellow Submarine. And let me see. Da, 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 da. This one is a pattern by Stitching Land. And the fabric is called Anemone. And it's 14 count Aida. And the fabric is from Bestitch Me.
Anemone?
Anemone?
Yeah,
Anemone. Do, 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 do.
Menominate. That's Menominate.
And no, it's
anemone.
In our house, it's whatever.
Okay. No, it's
But
the
it's so cute.
The anemone.
But anyway, I like purple and yellow together. I always thought purple and yellow worked well together. And this is going to go in my office.
At work?
Yeah. And then what I did was I just put a little yellow coat around the bamboo, because this is actually just a bamboo. But I coated it with a little bit of yellow here and a little bit of yellow paint here.
Do you have that with you?
No. Nah. It was just something that Riken dragged out of the garage.
Riken is her husband.
Yeah, he has a garage. But anyway, he has lots of stuff in there.
He has the garage.
Yeah. It's his domain. I don't dare go in it, but every once in a while he'll drag something out that I find useful. And then I just cut off the rest and freight checked it.
Okay.
So
what does freight check look like, Mom?
I have freight check right here. That I did bring. So this is what freight check looks like. And it's really good for fabric. It will stop anything from running. So when you put it around the edges of, when you finish it on the hoop, you can put it around the back edge, and you know that this back edge is not going to unravel. It's not going to come apart. It's going to stay. It's going to stay good for a long time. So that's another finish.
Very cute. Yeah. Yellow Submarine.
Yep. So moving right along.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
This one's good.
Yeah. Here, I'll hold it.
Okay. So this is from the Witchy Stitcher. That's her pattern that I purchased.
If you can't read it, it says, "Do no harm, but take no shit."
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
And our lovely pentagram in the center with 2 roses. And the pattern can either be done on black Aida or it can be done on white, because she gives you 2 options for colors.
Very
So
cool.
that's really, it is really,
good.
really nice.
I like that.
And so this one doesn't have any glass. The way I framed this one was, this was an existing frame that I had. There was a different picture in it. So I took the glass out and I had to cut cardboard for the back. And by the way, save your Amazon boxes if you do a lot of framing, because Amazon boxes become cardboard backs. It's a nice heavy cardboard and it's perfect for that. And then, so I just traced the pattern on the cardboard, cut it out. So there's 2 pieces of cardboard here. One that this is on with the extra fabric on the back, and then the piece go over it to hide what I did, which means that there's no room for the glass, because you've already got 2 thicknesses plus your stitching.
Yeah, and a standard picture frame can't take that
They're
much.
not that deep.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're going to do a glass, you have to do it a little different, which brings me to my next finish.
Oh,
You want that one?
here, yeah.
It's not staying here, though. It's going to somebody else.
I know.
And I like this one a lot. This frame I actually purchased new. And I like, this is like my favorite
pretty.
one because it's yours.
Yay.
Well, I mean, I'm keeping it, but
Yeah.
it's her design. It's from Notorious Needle from the Shits and Giggles collection. And this one does have the glass on it. I don't know if you can see that, because this one is going in my bathroom. So the way I did this one is a little different. I used the glass, and then I have the back here. Okay, so all I did was cut the out to about here.
The fabric?
Yeah, put the mat over it so I could center it, and then just taped it to the back.
With like Scotch tape?
No, not Scotch tape, masking tape.
Oh, okay.
Heavy masking tape that'll hold. And then you just put the back on. Super simple.
Yeah.
I really don't like a lot
Messing with the framing.
framing. If it takes me more than like 10 minutes to frame it, I'm done.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I like to just pop them out and get them done.
I don't always get that far.
Huh?
10 minutes. I don't always get that far.
Yeah, well, I know I kind of have a plan, and I kind of figure it out. But I usually put the dimensions in my phone, so when I'm out shopping and I happen to come up on a frame, I can look in my notes in my phone and go, oh yeah, I need a frame for this picture. Or, oh yeah, I need a frame for that picture. But this I bought new, so that's gonna go right into my bathroom.
Very nice.
That was one of my favorites that you designed.
Thank you. I like that. I like it. It's cool.
And
It's
that
funny. It was funny.
concludes my fully finished projects.
Very
Do
nice.
you
Golf
have
clap.
any fully finished projects?
I don't have fully finished anything, but I do have a finish. I have a start and finish. Here it is. I will make this available on the website. I think I'm going to make the outline a little darker, but this is called Wanted. I don't know if you can see.
Oh.
So I'm calling this Wanted. It's a quick little stitch, and it says Wanted at the top, and at the bottom it says $10,000, and in between the words is a figure with a white bonnet and the top part of a red dress.
The red shoulders.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is, the figure is reminiscent from A Handmaid's Tale, which is a dystopian story that was made into a TV series about women. There was like some post-apocalyptic thing, and very few women were, most women were sterile and very few were fertile, and the fertile women basically became
Property.
slaves, property.
Yeah.
And because of their fertility. And this is in response, so this is it's supposed to look like a wanted poster, like the Wild Wild West. This is in response to the new Texas law regarding banning abortion at 6 weeks and being able to sue anyone who assists a woman in getting an abortion in Texas for a minimum of $10,000. So fuck Texas. And Florida, because where we live in Florida, they are preparing to introduce similar 6-week legislation. And most women don't know that they're pregnant at only 6 weeks, because of the way they calculate the 6 weeks is from the start of your last period. So you may have only conceived 2 weeks prior to your 6-week mark and not known it, which is dumb.
Ridiculous.
So I rage stitched this in like 3 days. I haven't posted anything about it. I was a little torn, honestly, because everyone's doing that. But you can't really see the outline of the bonnet too well, so I think I'm gonna change that and make it the same brown as the words, so that you can see. It's really cute. I'll take a close up and you can see the outline of the bonnet, and then there's a little bit of that outline here in the back just to show the difference between the back and the side. So that's my only finish. And I finished that really, I was so mad that I had to take it out twice because I kept messing it up. You guys, like, I don't know what they're thinking.
Don't even get me started.
I don't know what they're thinking.
They're not.
And there's no exception for rape or incest in this law. I believe there is an exception for like the health of the mother or the death of the mother if the mother dies. Oh well, I guess we can allow you to end the pregnancy, but like,
no.
It's a very sad state of affairs, and it's not okay, and we won't stand for it. Not a single one of us.
No. My generation and the one before me, we worked too damn hard to get this stuff passed.
I can't believe we still have to fight for bodily autonomy. A woman has less bodily autonomy in Texas than a cadaver.
Right.
Because you can't carve up a dead person's body and donate their organs without permission.
Right.
But you can force a woman to carry another person to term, even if she was raped or molested by a father, a grandfather,
uncles, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Or even if she just isn't in a place in her life where she can have and support and love a child.
Yeah.
But once the child's born, they don't really want to have anything to do with that.
Oh no, heaven forbid you need help raising the kid.
Oh no. You don't get free child care.
Yeah, only unborn children matter.
Right. Once it's no longer a fetus, they don't care. done.
I could cite statistics after statistics, but the
No.
majority of women who seek abortions are married and they already have children at home and they can't afford to raise another mouth to feed without falling into poverty.
Mm-hmm.
How is not allowing them to get this kind of care helping the children that they already have? If you want to help children, help the children that are already here. Anyway, I will get off my soapbox. I'm sorry. So that was my one and only finish.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, I'll probably have to stitch that one too. Yeah.
So after finishes, we've got new Stitchy stuff.
Oh, I have another finish.
Oh, okay, go
It's
for
just
it.
not fully
Oh,
finished.
fully finished. Oh, I didn't have
Right.
any fully finished.
Well, because I know there's a distinction.
Okay.
So I stitched this one because I like Santas. Yeah.
It's Santa.
And it's Santa's.
Well, it's Christmas. I don't
it's-
see a Santa.
Well, no, it's Santa's little truck.
Yeah, so
there's
that's an elf,
right,
and that dude's an elf.
right, and there's a little dog with a ribbon over here, and this little word over here says sleigh, and it's pointing to where. So they're taking the presents from Santa's warehouse in a truck to Santa's sleigh. And last year, but this is older because this is again from Donna Cooler's book.
Oh,
So it's
very nice.
But last year everybody started with the red truck rage, right? Everybody liked the red truck, or I should call it a rave, red truck rave, where all these little ornaments came out with red trucks.
Oh yeah,
and-
with like the Christmas tree hanging
right,
out the back.
exactly.
It's like a fad.
So to be honest, this was
Predates.
kind of like I had this piece of fabric, and I looked for a pattern that would fit it.
I mean,
'Cause
this book was
that's what I
published
do.
circa 1990 something.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
1999.
Yep. Okay. So well before that.
Well before the
she
red
already
truck
had
fad.
She already had this pattern, and it's cute. So I made it, and I'm just gonna look for some kind of frame or thing to do with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I had the piece
cute.
and the pattern fit the piece. So
Oh, you
that's
already
what I
had
do.
the Ada.
Yeah, that was left over from another pattern.
And
Like I'll show you.
you are well. So one thing, I just want to go a little bit backwards.
Uh-huh.
So you already had the Ada, and then
Right.
the pattern happened to magically fit exactly inside it.
Yeah, I was looking for a pattern that would fit that
this.
piece
Okay.
of cloth.
And this is 14 count?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this is stitched on 14 count ivory Ada.
Yeah.
And this is 14 count white Ada.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when I finished my
Oh, well, before, yeah.
You want me to show you that?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
you get into the
Yeah.
mermaid thing.
So,
that was just funny.
this is what it looked like after I finished the yellow submarine.
Oh, look, we're
so,
turning yellow when you hold that up. Our skin turns
Really?
yellow.
oh, that's neat. Weird. See, purple and yellow go together. I do
Okay,
it.
all right.
Anyway, so now I have this piece here that I can now find another pattern and use it for, rather than starting in the middle and then just having little odds and ends on the outside.
Okay.
Because I am.
Show us how you learned that lesson, Bridget. Do you have it?
Yes, I do. I have the epic fail. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, this way, if you don't want to use your whole piece, instead of starting in the center, you can start a few inches down from the top if you know how you're going to finish the piece. And I knew I was going to put that in a hoop before I started. And then you have the extra at the end, so it's all in one spot. So, I mean, it's beautiful Ada cloth from Bestitch Me.
No, it's gorgeous.
And I wanted to use it
Yes.
for something else.
As many projects as possible. All the things on
All
it.
the things, yep. So I did find, here is the one and only mermaid.
This is the infamous mermaid from Flosstube 15. 2 Flosstubes ago, right? 15.
Yes. So the mermaid is beautiful. There's 3 in a row.
So this is from this is one of the free patterns from Fandom Cross Stitchery.
Yeah.
And she just changed the hair
Well,
color.
and this is Neptune. The pattern, the fabric is called Neptune, and it's by Bestitch Me. And it was a fat quarter, and I did the math, supposedly, and figured out how much I was going to need to put 3 mermaids across, okay? There's supposed to be a blonde, I'm going to do a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. The pattern is actually a little bit different, but, it's my art. I can do what I want. And I cut it, and I cut it too short, because I don't know if you can tell, but if you fold this over, you can't fit another mermaid here. And oh look, you can't fit another mermaid here either. I shouldn't have cut it. I should have just
Lesson learned.
I should have just stitched it
and cut it out.
and then finished it afterwards. But I was trying to be fabric conscious. I was trying to conserve this fabric because I had another piece I wanted to do on it, and I thought I could figure the math, and I thought wrong. So now I have a single mermaid, but I ordered another piece of fabric from Stitch Me, so I'll make the 3 for my mom, and this one might end up staying at my house.
It's cool. It's cute. It's a beautiful pattern. It's just it's ironic that, so I don't know if you mentioned this, but she stitched the whole mermaid first before she realized she didn't have room for the other 2.
Yeah,
That's how far she got.
the whole thing. And I was moving the hoop over to do the next one, and I started counting and went, oh shit, I don't have enough room.
Yeah.
But these colors are not the original. What I did was I got in the mirror and I looked at my hair and I picked out the colors that would match my hair.
It worked. I think it came out nice. I like the shading.
Looks natural.
Yeah.
To me anyway.
So what did you hold up floss to your hair?
I did.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I did. And then I put
That's
the 3
hilarious.
And then I put the 3 flosses together to see how the shades would blend, because it uses three shades. But yeah,
nice.
well, how else am I gonna pick out hair color?
I mean, there's color combinations all over the internet. You just Google DMC red hair, and you can probably.
I'm old school. I don't need to Google. I have a mirror. I held them up. I went, that looks right.
You're also
that
old school
matches.
calculator, and that didn't work out.
That didn't work out so well. Well, you have to.
So new school calculator, there is a calculator on the Notorious Needle. If you go to notoriousneedle.com/ cross-stitch calculator, all one word, it will take you to the calculator, and you put in all the stats, and it spits out a recommended fabric size.
Right.
And I can math in my head, but I get so excited about starting a new project that I don't anymore, because I have made that mistake many, many times.
Well, I haven't made that mistake many times, but once was good enough for me. When I did your text, if you need TP pattern,
Oh, yeah.
I started that right in the middle, and I knew that the fabric was too big, and so I ended up with all of these little
weird
extra
strips,
pieces.
yeah.
Which, you know what? Don't throw these away, because see this piece right here? So you could fit a little thing on here that would make it would make a nice refrigerator magnet. I have a lot of stitched refrigerator magnets. They're on my filing cabinet at home, because my refrigerator is plastic. The front isn't really.
Oh, it's not magnetic.
No, because I have the door and door.
Oh,
So the front one whole half of
it's
it's
one of those
like
cool ones where
plastic,
you knock and
it lights up. Yeah, it's so cute.
But these, so in the last tutorial, and I'll put the link down below, about, I think it was like 20 weird ways to save money on cross stitch. One of them was to save all of the little pieces of fabric, and you can use them for small motifs, like these little ornaments,
Right.
or bookmarks.
Yep.
Or you could starch them, glue a magnet on the back, stick it on your refrigerator.
Actually, you use Stiffy.
Stiffy. Oh.
Yeah, I brought the Stiffy.
Oh, hey, Stiffy. Oh.
It's got a very.
Wow, that's.
I know.
Oh, that took me a minute.
That's a very suggestive name. But if you need a stiff one,
okay. Wow, I'm turning the same color as my shirt. Stiffy.
Yep.
So it's basically fabric starch, though, right? Water-based formula. What does it say?
I think it's fabric stiffener.
Well, all right, we got that from the name.
Right. I mean, yeah, it says what it does.
Okay. So it stiffens your fabric. And yeah, and you can just glue a magnet on the back once it dries.
Right.
And then another one was, you could stitch a small motif and then glue it into a homemade greeting card and mail those out. That would be very special.
But I gotta tell you,
those scraps of Ada. That's what those scraps of
are good for. Yep.
Words. Yeah.
And this has a lot of it tells you what it does. But I got to tell you, this particular bottle is probably.
Is that still around?
Yeah, because I could buy it again.
Still
I don't
call
know.
it
I don't
Stiffy?
know. They still call it Stiffy.
I
don't know if the label's probably different looking.
Oh, okay.
But this
Well,
particular
if I can find
bottle
it, I
is.
will also put the link down below.
This is probably 20 years old, and I still use it.
Oh wow, it still works.
So it lasts a long time.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
A long-lasting Stiffy.
Yeah. Not going there.
I had to.
Not going there.
I had to.
Oh dear.
All right, moving on. So, so that was finishes.
That was my finish.
That was
yep.
finishes.
Yep.
Awesome. Oh,
But
now
you-
it's the stitchy stuff.
But you had a start, didn't you?
Well, we didn't do the stitchy stuff.
Oh, do we do stitchy stuff and then whips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, stitchy stuff. So, what do I have for stitch? So, in addition to the birthday of the Notorious Needle, it was also recently my birthday, and my mother gifted me with a couple of nice stitchy things because I'm loved.
Because.
So, this says, "Happiness is handmade." It's I guess it's just a whip bag. You just put
Yeah.
your things in. Oh, I just closed it.
That's okay. Now you know it works.
Right. Okay, and yeah, you just
You can
put
put your
things
whips in there.
and it's clear, which is nice, so you could see what all is in there before you go through the trouble of opening it up. And it's, you know, my favorite color.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
nice.
I that's why I got it, because it was the aqua. I thought
Yeah.
it matched your.
It's nice. It's lovely.
Yeah, I like to put my finishes in there before I frame them, because then I can see how many I have.
Oh,
and if the
yeah.
bag starts
Oh,
getting
God, I
too
have a
full,
bunch.
it means you gotta move
Yeah,
it.
I gotta move on my butt. I got a lot of finishes. Oh, and a needle minder.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I will show you here, but I will also take a picture of a really close up.
Whoop.
This is the Fuck Frog needle minder. So when the frog comes to visit, you can tell him to fuck off.
Mhm.
And where did you get this? Oh, wait, where did you get the bag? Do you remember where you got the bag?
I can't say where I got the bag.
Okay, we can't say.
Satan's store.
Oh, Hobby Lobby.
Sorry.
Oh, Mom.
I was there with your grandmother,
Oh, boy.
and I saw it and I liked it.
Yeah.
I know I don't like giving money to them.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're all weak sometimes.
You'll have to forgive me. They have such cool stuff. It's
I
killer.
know,
It's
I
killer.
know.
Anyway, but the fuck frog came from Heckamadali on Etsy. And I like it because fuck frogging.
I've been using it.
really-
Yeah, the magnet's nice and strong. So
It is a
your-
strong
My
magnet.
needles aren't going anywhere.
I bought one for me too. That's how
Oh,
I
did
know.
you? Oh, it's fabulous. I mean, who doesn't want a frog with fuck on it?
Mhm.
I love it. And he's cute too. And he's got a little mean little smile, like, I made you fuck up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
so
made
that's
you
cute.
pull it out.
What else did I do? I think. Oh no, I did. Oh, so I got some things to try. For the hopefully the next. It's not really going to be a tutorial. I'm putting together like a gift guide. I did this in 2019, and folks really liked it. What do you get cross stitchers? Because we're notoriously hoarders, and we already have all the things. So what do you do when your
Right.
favorite cross stitcher has all the things? Well, you try new things. So I got a couple of things. It was still in the package, so sorry about all the crinkling. But these are, you saw these, so the Sunshine Stitchers
I saw these online.
had these. These are
yes.
magnetic wire holders. So they're made of silicone and they have magnets inside, and you can use them around the edge of your hoop to hold the extra fabric. And this is a good alternative to a grime guard if you don't like the grime guards, or if you just have a lot of fabric and it won't fit in a grime guard maybe. So these are pretty small. I'm gonna try them anyways because I don't usually stitch giant projects, and when I do, I try to find a hoop that fits so I don't have a lot of extra fabric.
Now
But
those
you
are the
can-
short ones.
These are so these are 4 inches, and then there's like a few down here that are almost 8 inches.
Okay.
So I figured you could try some with me.
Okay.
But don't,
So
it's crinkly.
okay. Well, I just
didn't
want to
open it.
open one. Can I open
Yeah.
it? I'm going to open it.
I see that.
You see that? So what
Oh, they're
I
all
was looking
they're
at,
all stuck
they're
together.
all stuck together. Yeah, but that's okay.
Ooh, there's a fly.
So what I was seeing was that when you're working on a scroll frame,
Okay.
right? So you've got the fabric rolled at the top, you got the fabric rolled at the bottom, but what happens is in the center, it sometimes gets a little wobbly.
Yeah, it sags.
And so you can put these around the edge of the scroll frame and hold the fabric tight.
Oh, does that work?
It worked. I was watching the Sunshine,
Sunshine
Stitchers,
okay.
and that's what they were using. And I was like, what
Yeah.
witchcraft is this? I must have. And
What sorcery is this?
yeah, so
Well,
I
the
guess
magnets
you just.
are good and strong.
They
I feel
are.
like they'd probably magnetize.
But
through
the short
fabric.
ones are probably good for rolling
They're a
your
little
fabric
stretchy.
and putting it around the edge. I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
gonna try some.
So I got these to try out so that if they suck, you don't have to waste your money, and I can tell you about it. And then the next thing I got, these are called thread spool huggers.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a 32 pack. It's one of the smallest packs I could find.
Wow.
But
Okay.
they're really colorful and cute. I don't know, you could probably use them for a bunch of different things, but I got them because I thought they would help. Like, I have some spools of thread, like I have some sulky threads that the top, I don't have them here. So the top of the spool kind of pops up a little bit, and then you wind the end of the thread, and then you press the spool down. But sometimes the thread comes out anyways. So you put the thread hugger around the spool of thread over the loose piece.
Oh, and then
it doesn't unravel. Yeah.
Nice. I have several of the threads. You know, that would work for any kind of thread.
Any spool, yeah.
Right.
And I've only ever seen one size though, so I'm trying to see if I can find another size or maybe a couple, because this I've seen like clamps that go over big spools of thread, like for a serger, but I haven't seen smaller, because I have some Krennic spools
that are
more narrow,
Yeah.
and this wouldn't work on that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but it looks like it would also work on any kind of thread that you use for sewing.
Yeah, sewing spool.
Because sewing spools are supposed to have that little notch at the top, and you're
Yeah.
supposed to put the thread in there, which it works, you know.
Well, this
sometimes.
is one of the DMC Diamond spools. This is 3852, and it's got a little notch in the top, and that's working fine to hold the thread. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. But the ones that are popping off and popping down, like Sulky and Krennic, I'm having a hard time keeping the thread in that.
There.
Yeah, and it's unraveling, it makes a mess in your little tackle box for cross stitch. I don't know what you call it, your thread organizer box. So I thought this might help. So I'm gonna try these out, let you know how that works. The only thing is they are a little bulky, so it looks like they take up a little bit of room. So wherever you keep your threads, you'll want to make sure you have a little extra room, that it's not like, you know, a hard plastic and it just fits, because it won't when you add this.
But those are cool.
Another thing that I got is this craft bag.
Ooh.
So I saw this on Amazon.
I had to.
So I saw this on Amazon, and it caught my eye because it's circular. So I have a square one, and I'll be showing that one in the tutorial also, but I thought a circular one might be nice too, because it's obvious what it is. So this one this is called Tosks. I don't know, I can't.
TOSKS?
TOKSKS.
TOKSK. Wow.
Tosks.
Tosks?
I don't know.
What language is that?
Clearly not American English.
Okay.
Whatever. But it's fun. It's cool. I don't know. I thought I'd try it out. It wasn't very expensive.
Really?
No, not at all. The one that I use regularly is a little more expensive, but this one was less. So it has this circular zipper in the front. Ooh, I didn't know it had all that. So it's got this clear pocket and all the another pockets in here, and
all the little pockets.
Oh, this is for.
They can't see that.
Oh, sorry.
Hold it up higher. Here, you want me to hold it?
Oh,
you
yeah.
Can show it?
Duh.
There we go.
Well, I'm going to do a whole thing, but
I'll be Vanna. Go ahead.
It looks like this is for spools of thread that you can just stick right in here. So that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Another zipper pocket in here. How deep does that? Oh, all the way.
All the way. Nice.
That's nice. And then in the back, it's got a Velcro pocket. So I'm guessing like phone, keys, whatever. And one of the things I liked about this is because it's a circular shape, it would also work as like a regular purse. And they had a few different patterns. And then inside, so on the sides there are these snaps, so it expands like that.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I'll put the link down below, but I'm gonna like actually try it out and put stuff in it for the next tutorial. And then inside, you can see.
Oh, wow.
So there's like this elastic pocket here. There you go. And then the main pocket in the middle, and then you've got a little pocket here, which is mesh, so you can see through when you put stuff in it. I don't know if you can see that. And then this Velcro pocket, which is where I would probably put a hoop. What size hoop is this?
Well, this one is the 10-inch. So you want to try a 10-inch?
Yeah, let's see if the 10-inch fits in the thing.
In here? It
Oh,
does.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You might even be able to go with an 11-inch.
Yeah.
Let's see how that
I bet
fits
you the
in there.
10-inch would fit in that front pocket too.
Oh, the zipper pocket?
That's where I would put it. Because if you got all your purse stuff in the middle, I don't want like
Yeah, well, oh,
lipstick
yeah,
or whatever.
Oh,
look at
hey,
that.
look at that.
Look at that.
Well, wait.
It's
I'll
right
open
in
it up
there.
and then I can, oh, sorry if I bumped my microphone.
Look at that.
So
Ta-da.
that
there
fits,
you go.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I thought it was
wicked.
So the reason why I picked this one out as opposed to the one that I'm already using is because, like I said, I thought it was a cute design. It might also work for like a little purse. So that's the new Stitchy stuff. I'm trying out some new stuff. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. I had to upgrade to a big girl Ort jar. I've been actually getting in some decent stitching. So yeah, so I added this Ort jar, and because I've been testing out all those metallic threads, and I'll show you how that's going in a second, it's got like all the shiny threads in it. So when we're done, maybe November, I'll do the tutorial just on like putting all your Ort threads into the clear ornament, and then you have your
and
Orts
putting the
for
year on it, and then you have your Orts for the year.
That's why I'm saving that.
Yeah. I use a Ziploc bag. Well, I've graduated to the gallon size
bag.
Ziploc bag. It's about a third. It's about a third full because I use the top of the I use the top of my stitching box, and when it starts getting full, it starts leaking. They start getting on other things.
That's what I was
Yep.
using one of the little cubbies in my little stitching box,
Yep.
and it was overflowing and getting everywhere. And that's
So then I scoop it up and I stick it in the bottom of the
Not doing
Ziploc
any
bag
of that,
because
okay, cool.
easy.
So I think that's it for.
That one goes in there
Oh,
too.
thanks, Mom. I'll just set it
There
aside.
is no escape.
No crinkles. So I think that's it for new Stitchy stuff. Did you have new Stitchy stuff?
I do, but I left it home.
Okay, so we'll do that
That's a
next time.
bad girl.
That's all right. It happens.
I'll do it next time.
We'll do it next time. So that's okay. So now we go on to if you have new starts and whips.
I do. Well, lately I've been doing my new starts and my whips. They're the same thing.
It can be. Yeah,
'cause
absolutely.
what happens is I get going on it and I get excited about it and I get momentum and I just keep going.
Yeah.
So this is my new start, and you know what? I forgot to write down where this one came from.
Oh no!
Wait, no, I didn't. Hang on. I know where it came from. It came from a magazine. Hang on, because it's in. I wrote the note in.
A Knit Companion.
In Knit Companion, I wrote the note, so
Knit
I couldn't
Companion is
forget.
awesome for
there
cross
it is.
stitch.
The pattern is Fiesta Forever from Contemporary Cross Stitch Collection 2021.
Hey, good job.
Yep, and you gave me the idea because I was able to borrow that magazine from the library,
Yay!
and that's where I got the pattern.
That was
from.
one of the money-saving tips in the last tutorial.
Which I'm glad I read your tutorials because that was I read books from the library all the time on my phone and stuff, and I never thought,
For
oh wow, I
free.
could borrow cross stitch magazines from the library.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Yeah, they have a bunch electronically. They have quite a collection.
So this one is Fiesta Forever
Yeah.
for Dia de los Muertos. Did I say that right?
I think so.
I
not sure.
love the patterns are so cool. So that's my Fiesta Forever.
It's
and
beautiful.
then the next one I'm going to make is, well, actually I got to see if I wrote down where it's from. Let me just check really quick.
Well, we can do future plans.
Oh well, I thought because that's a start. I haven't. I have
Okay.
actually started it. I'll tell you.
Well, you don't have a picture of that one, just the pattern.
Right. No, I don't have the project notes, so I'll have to look that one up.
Okay.
Never mind. But
It's
that's
another
going to
sugar
be
skull she's gonna start.
right. It's called Sugar Skull. But the only thing I have is it's the other half of this Aida
Fabric?
cloth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that just?
This is 14 count black Aida cloth, and so what I did was I stitched the top part and I just stitched like down here to get to the bottom part so I'd know where to cut this time. And then I'm saving the other half of the fabric for the other skull.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have a match.
Oh, a little set.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It will be fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, because this time of year is really good for that kind of,
Yeah.
for the skull stuff.
That's your whip.
That's my one.
Wow,
and
you got a
only.
lot of finishes.
Good
job.
I got through a lot of stuff.
I did not.
Oh.
I got through. I did a few things. So I worked on this one. This is the bull and butterfly pattern that I created. I cannibalized a bull pattern from Etsy, and then I'm adding a butterfly pattern. So I only worked on. I finished the eye here. That's the bull's eye, and then I started the ear. That's all I've done because I only worked on it one day.
Well, it's starting to look like a
lunch.
bull. There's the horn. Wait, I need a pointer. Hang on.
Ew.
Well,
Oh, that's your straw?
It's my metal straw, right? That's why I put it in my mouth because it was drippy.
Oh my
God.
God.
There's the horn. It's a pointer.
Okay.
You know, make do. There's his little horn. There's his little ear. There's his little eye right there, and there's the nose. See, now,
Yeah.
now it looks like a bull.
Yeah, so
I couldn't really make it out before.
Did I not have the horn before? I thought I
couldn't
did.
really tell what it was. I took your word for it. You said it was a bull. I
So
believed
there's
you it
going
was
to
a
be
bull.
another horn over here, and then
Ah.
up here there will be a butterfly perched on this horn. So this is on, oh poop. So this is on Be Stitch Me. This fabric is called Escape, and it is 16 count Aida. It's opal Aida, so you
And
can
it's
see it's all shiny and
gorgeous.
shimmery.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
And I'm stitching it with DMC Etoile. And this is, I think this is the 740, which is like an orangey gold.
Beautiful.
And then the butterfly is going to be like a pale gold, like a deep ivory. So it'll be a similar color but a different tone when I'm done. So I only stitched a little bit on that. And then I also worked on my sampler. So it's a sampler in the traditional sense of function because I'm sampling different metallic threads, but it's not pretty. It's not like a pattern. It's like a functional sampler. So I finished the I did the DMC white etoile down here at the bottom. And the camera just doesn't do it justice. Like you can't really see the sparkle,
but it's
you
very
can see
sparkly.
it in real life.
Yeah.
And then up here, this is Krennic, and it's one of the holographic ones.
Oh.
And that's like super shiny.
It's very shiny.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, because I haven't tried them.
Yeah,
but
well,
the
you can-
Krennic is
can you
easier
see it
to
in the
use.
camera?
You can.
Yeah. And here's the thing, you guys. So the Krennic was just as difficult to work with as the traditional DMC metallic floss, but for
Really?
different reasons. It doesn't fall apart, but it's so it's curly, first of all, because the Krennic spool is narrow, and the polyester blend has memory. It has like a spatial memory, so it stays curled up. So as you're stitching it, it's curling up and then uncurling and then curling up and uncurling, and it gets like, it knots very, very easily.
So did you have to cut it shorter?
I did. I cut it a lot shorter, like
Yeah.
half the length that I usually use. And then the other problem I had with it was that it's so thin and there's no, like, it's so smooth, right? Which is beautiful when you're stitching on it. Like it comes out really nice. I like how it looks, but because it's flat and it's smooth, like unlike thread where it starts to unravel, you've got like bits that are starting to stick out from the main piece of
Right, the
thread,
pucker.
right? That actually helps it stay in the eye of the needle. With the ribbon, it doesn't fray at all. It's super smooth, it's gorgeous, and the needle falls right off. As soon as you let go to untwist it, because it's so stinking twisty, the needle falls right off.
You know what you have to do?
I tied a knot.
No.
I tied a knot.
You could do
Yeah,
that.
on the eye of the needle.
But you know what you could do? Because this is what I have to do when I worked with metallic threads. You know how you do the loop start?
Yeah.
You have to put the needle in the
In the
loop
loop.
instead.
I did that too, and that was
Yeah.
worse. I'll
Really?
Yeah, when I write up, so I took notes on everything, and when I share all the final notes with all of the metallic threads that I'm trying, because I am trying about a dozen, and I'm about halfway through. It's taking me forever, but
I'm really sad because I was
it's
so excited about
pretty,
the
but
Krennic.
it is hard to. Well, it's so the regular Krennic thread works well. This is the holographic ribbon.
Oh, the holographic.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
it's
it's
slightly
not the
different.
metallic Krennic, it's the holographic Krennic.
Well, people will call it metallic because it's reflective, but it's not actually made with metal.
Okay.
It's a polyester thread. I'll go over all that. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Anyway, so
I'll wait and
I
watch
worked
your
on that.
other
So
video.
I did the étoile at the bottom, and then I started with the Kreinik. I don't know. It's German. It might even be Kreinik. I think it's Kreinik. At the top. So that's the first one that I did, and I've got that's a gold color. I'm also doing a silver color. I'm doing some braids, and then I've got the silky threads.
So you've got a lot more to go on that sampler.
I do, and I do it here and there, but you know it's the same thing over and over again. You get a little bored, but I will finish it eventually, and
Netflix stitching.
Well, the heart I can Netflix stitch, right, because it's the same motif over and over, but then I also wanted to try the back stitching, and so what I did was I stitched the back. You can't read it. I should tell you what it says. It's the brand, the number, and then what I'm stitching with. So the brand is Kreinik. And then the color number, this one is B010002L. And then 1 strand, 2 strand, and blended. And so it says 1 strand, 2 strand, and then over here it'll say blended. So like that's how you did samplers back in the day. You would say what you stitched, or you would have an alphabet that you could use on other stitching. So samplers weren't art, they were functional back in the day.
They were instructional.
Yeah, so this isn't supposed
Which is
to be
nice
pretty.
because then at some point you're going to look and you're going to say, oh wait, I want this effect.
like the look of
so
that.
this is what I'm going to have to use.
Exactly.
And then you know exactly how to get the look you want.
Yep.
Because you've already done all the experimentation.
And because I've done it, you don't have to do it.
Thank you.
So when it's over, I will share all of that with everybody, and
very cool.
You won't have to do that. And then the last thing I've been working on, and this is what I've actually stitched the most. So the new issue, I think it was issue number 17 of X Stitch magazine came out, and I love the patterns, some of the patterns that they do, because they're different. They're not like wall art necessarily, or each one makes a statement. They usually have something unique about them. I'm trying to bring up the picture so you can see what it's going to be. And they had a 3D 20-sided die, which is super nerdy. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done, right? So for those of you who aren't as geeky as myself and my husband, I'm making it for him. A 20-sided die, you're like, who the hell uses a 20-sided die? That's ridiculous. You use it in role-playing games. Yes, Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, we are those geeks.
Well, apparently you're not alone, because they wouldn't put a pattern in a magazine if there was no call for it.
Mag. They do different stuff, which I love.
Yeah.
So the idea is that as you progress from top to bottom, it changes from light to dark. It's supposed to look like a comet, is what they said.
Oh, interesting.
So 20 is the highest score, and then 1 is the lowest score. So 1 is like this ugly doo-doo brown color, which is kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So that's fun. So I've not finished, but I've stitched. I'm almost done with 4 panels so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got to do the black numbers, and then I started the 5th panel. So that's.
And then when you're done with that, you have to cut it out.
I have to cut it out.
You have to whip stitch
the edges. So their instructions say to cut it out, whip stitch the edges, and then sew it together. But instead, after I cut it out, I'm going to do a joining stitch around the edges, and then I won't have to sew it together. It'll be together because it's a joining stitch. You join it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That makes more sense. Well, you have a lot of experience with that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about a lot, but I have created several patterns that use plastic canvas. It's actually perforated plastic, and the cross stitch with both the joining stitch and the overcast stitch.
So how are they doing? Oh, okay. So they're not doing any quarter stitches.
You can't do quarter stitches on plastic or perforated.
So
plastic.
So they're doing the angle by just doing little steps.
2 and then over, down, up, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
so
you
it's
still
going to make it hard to fit together, but I can't wait to see how it turns out.
you get the same effect.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you saw in the picture.
Yeah.
It comes out really.
It's gonna be
Hopefully,
cool.
I won't fuck this up.
You'll be fine.
I'm nervous about cutting it out, but I've gotten pretty good at that from stitching a bunch of these 3D cross stitch things. So hopefully that will be okay.
Like.
Oh yeah.
that one.
So you guys, this comes out and it's like just a few weeks away from Halloween.
Woohoo!
So excited. I have my pumpkin spice unicorn t-shirt on. Because I am that middle-aged white woman. I do like pumpkin spice. This is pumpkin spice season. So it's back to school season, and then pumpkin spice season, and then Halloween season, and then you have food season with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all together. That's my holiday.
Pretty much it.
I have a free pattern on the Notorious Needle. Oh, my nose is tickly. Sorry. And it is a 3D haunted house. This is so cute.
So adorable.
So you've got a doorway and a window and a ghost and a pumpkin with a spider and another window on top. And then you got Frank over here on the side.
Frank and Pumpkin.
Frank and Pumpkin. These Frankenstein, a little pumpkin t-shirt. On the back, a tombstone, another window, a cat, and a bat. And 2 bats. And then on this side, you've got this creepy tree and another window. So this 3D cross-stitch pattern, this was also stitched on 14 count perforated plastic. It's just perforated plastic and embroidery floss. There's nothing else. And this pattern is available free on the notoriousneedle.com. I'll put the link down below. You do need to sign up to become a VIP to get this pattern for free, and you get a bunch, it's like a dozen free patterns in there now, and then you also get a 20% off coupon, everything in the store forever. So, because I love VIPs.
Yeah, and it's adorable. I have to make this one. I haven't made this one yet. Oh. No, I haven't made this one
This one's not hard. So if you've never done 3D cross stitch before, this one's not that hard. It might look hard, but the 4 sides are pretty easy to stitch together. It's really easy to do straight lines. And then the diagonal, it's actually really just held on like at the front here and then at the back here, and that's it. It's not really held on the sides. Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. The camera goes backwards. So it's not, it's just tacked on.
Right.
So
yeah. It's simple.
So it's, yeah. It's a lot easier than it looks.
It's a good introduction to doing 3D cross stitch, because once you've mastered this, then you can look at some of her other 3D
Oh, then you can do stuff
patterns.
like this in X Stitch Maxi.
Or some of the patterns you have on your website.
Fabulous Fred, you guys know.
Fabulous Fred, or your fuck letters, or
oh
any
yeah,
of that
the 3D
stuff.
alphabet. I gotta finish the alphabet.
Yep.
What
Well, you
else
did
was
the
I gonna
important
say?
letters. You did FUCK. Those are the important ones.
Oh, yes. Apple tree. Included with the free pattern is a link to a tutorial video that shows you step by step how to put it together once you stitch it. So I don't leave you hanging. I walk you through it. It's not hard. It's challenging if you've never done it before, but I do the best I can to show you up close how to put it all together. So, and it's fun. It's a fun little project. This took me probably 6 to 10 hours total.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, because it's full coverage, so you're stitching the whole thing and then you put it all together. So 3-4 days if you're working full time.
But you know what? If you expand your horizons of what you're stitching and you get off the wall, everything doesn't have to go on a wall. Then you really find that there's so much more that you can do and that you want to do. And, I just think it's fantastic because there's really no limit.
I think I lost my notes.
Did you lose your notes?
I did.
Uh-oh.
I think that was it, though. I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. It is now. I don't know what happened.
I guess we're done. Poof. The fairies hit it.
Oh, the fairies.
Must have.
Fuck the fairies.
I don't know where.
I truly don't know what happened. I'll find it as soon as we're done.
Of course.
We'll start cleaning up and be like, oh, there it is.
But I don't see, I have all my stuff that I wanted to talk about right here, and I don't see anything left.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because that would...
Or forgetting anyone. She found them.
Okay, let's see. Oh, no, that was the last thing. Oh, I just wanted to... So at the end of every video, thank you for staying through the whole thing. If you stay this far, you're awesome. I just wanted to share something a little, not cross-stitch. I got my hair did.
She did.
You can't see, but it's red, which is nice. And then there's no shiny silk. So we only like the shiny threads. I only like the shiny, oh, sorry, I touched my microphone. I only like the shiny threads in my cross stitch. I don't like the silvery strands in my hair.
In your hair, yeah.
So those are gone too.
Yay!
So yeah, that was, I mean,
Yep, you
just
got
a
your
little,
hair done.
a little goofy something personal at the end, you know.
Finally.
Get to know me a little better if you want. Finally. Oh, yeah, it had been. Oh, there's Daisy. Hi, Daisy.
Oh yeah, a little more
Cameo by the dog.
Another country heard from.
Hi, baby. Okay.
I heard her come out of
We
the
better,
room.
yeah, we better be done because I need to take her out. So
Yeah.
thank you
That's-
so much
That's her cue.
for staying with us this long. We appreciate it, and we'll
Yep.
see you next time.
Until then,
Stitch on.
stitch on.
Thanks.